Hi and welcome to Budget Model Railways. You haven't heard from me for a couple of weeks, been busy doing Army Cadets and stuff, but I've had a bit of time back and we've made some progress on the layout. So today's video is really to talk to you about the changes on the layout and also to run something slightly different. So we've got our BR Blue stock running, which you'll see flitting around in the video, which is something we haven't done very often. So probably a less noticeable change here is that yesterday I changed this curve from second radius to first radius. The reason for that is to give us a little bit more gap through here because of some of the ideas we've now got for this area. Interestingly, this is all set track. I've no idea where that bit of track came from. It's marked made in China HO, but it fit exactly and enabled me to do what I want. So the current thinking is that this will be a little bit of a quayside canal kind of wharf area down. We'll put a retaining wall in here, which is why we've done the first radius, so that actually this bit of line, just this front bit, will be scenic with the rest hidden behind. This can then have a lift-off raised area, and what I've decided is to go for a bit of a town scene. I enjoy doing my town scenes. I miss Market Town I made, but also there was another micro layout I made which didn't get many videos, where I handmade a lot of the buildings, and I'd quite like to do that again. So this will be, I'm trying to think of the word, it'll come to me in a minute. Anyway, be a bit of a town quay, retaining wall. The idea then is I've just been working on this little foam board bridge, and the road will come from here, snake down and round, down to here somewhere. That can then be retaining wall, which will neaten the edge. And this then will be an urban scene. So I'll have a nice little halt here. I'm actually thinking about putting a mini roundabout here because there'll be a road in here, a road there, a road to the top of the hill, and a road down and in to the station yard. I'll make a nice little goods shed for in here. We've then got a little coal yard, little goods shed, little town station. This can be raised, retaining walls and that sort of thing. Put some buildings in there, make a bit of a town scene. We've got a lot of country rural, and I do like town scenes. I like making the buildings, I like the finished look. So that's what we're going for in this area. I've spent a bit of time, I've got a bit missing there, just finishing off the tops of the walls, stone walls to the cutting. Just grey cardboard, actually off the back of envelopes where you have a solid card envelope. A little bit of a level crossing here with the gate moved, crossing Keeper's Cottage. So I was quite pleased with this area. Now that's beginning to look a bit neater and finished. If we go down this way, you've just got one of the 2-car DMUs running through. It's my only bit of nostalgia railways. Spent a lot of time in the 80s travelling on British Rail when I wasn't interested in trains, so I quite like these, and they're good little units. And I think we've got the nice Hornby Class 25 coming through, doing its classic leaning on one side that they all do. But beyond that, a very steady, smooth, slow, quiet runner, given it its age. And following that brings us nicely into this area. So this will be an entirely rural hill scene. Doug's 3D printed a rather nice large tunnel mouth and retaining walls there, just to give us an entrance. This will obviously all be back scene. Signal box here, and then I stuck this on foam board, just a few lightweight supports underneath. No, you won't be able to put any weight on it, but it's not going to have any weight on it. It's going to have a foam hill and possibly a few plastic buildings. And this is the problem when we over-engineer. So I know the rest of it is timber, but this was just a bit too much to do timber and then be supported. So there's a hill to go here, hill to go there. We've got a back scene, photo back scene on order that will run all the way around here. And that then effectively will give us quite a large scenic area in the shed, with the only bit not being scenic will be this end of the fiddle yard. And even then we're toying with the idea of putting some low relief buildings in there just for fun, really. So that's where we've got to. I'm really determined now, and I've had a few ideas for the other end, but I'm really determined now that this will be an urban scene. It's going to take quite some time to build, but I like building buildings. There's no great rush. We've got the scenic areas coming along quite nicely elsewhere, and that will give us something different to look at rather than the whole layout being rural and green. So I'm quite pleased with that as an idea. So there you go. Quite a few little jobs done, and now some fairly definite plans, which I like. When I've got a definite plan, then I can crack on with it and know what the task schedule is, if you like. So Doug, now I'll just do a bit of filming of the locos running round. I know it's not everybody's taste, BR Blue, but it's part of what I like. I've got a lot of BR Blue locos and rolling stock. Those Mark II coaches are particularly nice runners, very smooth. So there we go. Thank you for watching. I'm sure we'll have an update out soon. I'll just leave Doug now to do a little bit of filming. Took it here somewhere, you get me 3 trains here. Good.